Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin took just over half the vote to win the Republican nomination for his current job in spite of an Election Day endorsement from President Trump and early spending from national Republican groups on his behalf. With more than two-thirds of the precincts reporting, Bevin led State Representative Robert Goforth, man, his last name, Goforth, I think that's it, by a margin of 51% to 40%. Two other candidates split almost 9% of the vote. The result is an embarrassment for Bevin, one of the least popular governors in America. Several Kentucky Republican strategists told The Hill on Tuesday that they expected Bevin to claim between 60 and 80% of the vote in the Republican primary. He fell well short of those expectations. During his first term in office, Bevin has shown repeatedly he is no career politician. He picked fights with teachers' unions, suggesting that several children had died because teachers went on strikes demanding better pay. Damn. And he battled with members of his own party over the Commonwealth's mounting pension crisis. In recent weeks, he has been booed at town hall-style meetings, even in conservative corners of the state, including at this year's Kentucky Derby. In a deeply Republican state that gave President Trump 62.5% of the vote in 2016, Bevin took just 53% of the vote in 2015 to win his job. Goforth spent more than 750,000 of his own money to claim Bevin could not win re-election. The Republican Governors Association ran ads boosting Bevin during the primary, an unusual step for a group that ordinarily saved its money for beating up on Democrats in the sprint to a general election. So they recognized he was doing so poorly that they had to climb into this little, should have been cakewalk for him and put out money for that. That's pathetic. Trump, who remains popular in Kentucky, added his own endorsement via Twitter on Tuesday. I'm not going to read that because it's garbage. Bevin posted a selfie of dinner with friends and family in the governor's mansion just after polls closed. He spent the final day of the primary election holding a town hall rather than actively campaigning. Bevin planned to hold a press conference on the steps of the governor's mansion later tonight. Bevin will face his chief antagonist, Attorney General Andy Beshear. In November, Beshear, the son of former Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear, has sued Bevin's administration on a seemingly regular basis over pension reforms, education boards, and most recently, teacher sick-outs. So, it's really funny to think about the 2014 midterm, where a lot of people said Obama had the kiss of death. He endorses you and you're going to fail, or it's going to have a negative impact. And it seems like, and there's been a running theme of Trump endorsing people and then them, not doing that good. And except in his case, I don't think it's himself because they point out how popular he is. I just think these endorsements don't actually do anything. Oh man, the president said this candidate I think is trash is good. Well, I guess I have to go vote for them. I think some people feel that way, which is why you have the 50% of the vote, but not enough to where it's like, oh man, crushing margins. Trump's endorsement makes or breaks this. And I'm looking at that number up there, and for an incumbent governor, that's terrible. Where is it? 51 to 40%. I'm forgetting the artist, but there's some song where it's like, never would have made it. I just picture Bevin looking at Trump and saying it to him. Just grabbing him by the arms and just loudly proclaiming how grateful he is that he swooped down and saved the day and brought his words into play. So this sounds like a terrible governor. I'm not I don't follow Kentucky politics, other than McConnell and Rand and what's the other one, Massey. Other than those three, I don't really follow any contemporary issues in Kentucky. I mean, again, there's 50 states, so it's hard to do it, but this is pathetic and well deserved on his part.